Outcome?
Cargo Vroom. Gran Turismo is cliched, over-stylized, and dumb as hell. But man, it is fun at times. The movie is based loosely on Jan Muddenborough's story of being a racist. Oh wait, no, I meant racer. Being a racer. So, the film is structured like any other sports movie. You have the humble beginnings where the young athlete is destined for more. Then he gets a chance to show off his abilities. He is selected and trains his heart out. He proves that he is the best out of the others and he races for real. Or he does the sport that he wants to do for real. Something traumatic happens to him and he has a crisis of faith. However, the old wise mentor gives him words of encouragement. Whether it's a tragic backstory or not, it doesn't really matter. The young athlete then proves to everyone that he is the best around and shows you can be amazing no matter what. Oh, and he gets the girl at the end. Look, truth be told, I don't really care for how realistic this movie is because all I know is
Outcome?
Cargo Vroom. I just want to know, is it a good film? And it is cliched through and through. I think the first third of the movie is really slow. I was so bored out of my mind. And the whole gamer thing was not gonna lie, it was really cringe. There is a part in this movie where Jan has to outrun the cops and it turns more into a Need for Speed game than anything else. But when Jan gets accepted and he is enrolled into the Gran Turismo Academy, it was entertaining. When the cars are driving around, I had a blast. However, I think there are some moments that really took me out of it due to its over-stylization. Like when he's playing the game and the car forms around him and all that. When he's outrunning the cops, that moment that is very Need for Speed, it just feels very video gamey, and I get it, it's supposed to be in his head, but it's just really, it's not that great. It's over stylized. And there's also towards the end a flashback and the car, splits apart. Everything pops out around him. And then we have the flashback scene. And then when the flashback ends, it turns back into the car. It's really over stylized, and it kind of took me out of the movie because it looked kind of dumb. It's very over stylized, but aside from those moments, the stylization does work at times. Like when you see him as a player and you see that he's coming third or fourth or something like that. The racing in this movie was fun, I can't lie. I didn't really want to see this movie. However, I'm kind of glad I did. I'll probably never watch it again, but I had fun with it. A major positive of this movie is some of the acting. Archie Madakwe does a decent job as Jan. However, towards the end, I think he went from decent to really, really good. I feel like as the movie progressed, you can see his acting just shine more through. However, the standouts in this film is David Harbour and Jamin Han-soo. I believe that's how you pronounce it. David playing the wise mentor Jack Slater, a retired ex-driver, was great. He was a smartass, but he was also endearing and he was pretty funny at times. He was, a really hard ass towards Jan, but, it really pays off as the sort of mentor guiding the young student. However, Jamin was fantastic in this movie. Being the father that disapproves of his son's hobby, then realizing he is destined for greatness, was great to see, and he really gives a wonderful emotional performance as Jan's father. Towards the end, when he's crying his eyes out, it was emotional. I didn't cry, and I thought it was okay, but it did tug at my heartstrings a little. This movie is very much any other sports movie. If you've seen Rocky, Karate Kid, or The Mighty Ducks, you've probably seen this movie. Again, to reiterate, the opening is a bit of a slog, and I wanted to check the time, but when he got accepted and then he learns to drive, it is really entertaining. When it does well, it does really well. I think alcohol will help with this movie immensely. And as someone who knows nothing about what the fuck was going on about the racing aspect, only who's winning or not, all I can say is
Outcome?
cargo vroom. So, overall, the film is a 4 out of 10 beers. It is entertaining, racing fun. You will need some alcohol for it, but, everything's improved by alcohol. So, I just want to say thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It would really help the channel. And, as always, take care and have a good one.
I know this track. I've raced it 1,000 times.
Outcome?
Cargo vroom.